Hello, everybody. Let's take 3. We'll try this again. So, hello, everyone. I understand the volume. I had the microphone turned off from the video, and I can have the best cameras. I can have the best setup. I can have the best systems. So, but unfortunately, I'm set to the limited of the internet. So the internet speed crashed, and so did my my volume. So hopefully everything's going to work out all right. We're going to try this again. If it should go down again, we're just going to try to reschedule. I'm trying to control my watch my internet speeds as we're doing this so we can stream. So we're kind of farther behind than usual, but let's try this. Let's welcome into our program Sheila. Hey, Sheila, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, Lee.
Awesome. So, yep, Sheila can see comments.
Thanks for holding out. Thanks for waiting.
So, why don't we go ahead and we'll just dive into your project, and why don't you go ahead and just take over, Sheila?
Okay, I'm going to do it. So, we're doing a 2-page autumn layout today. This was designed for you to have fun with all different colors and the leaves that we can make. And we use this Magnolia Floral Stem Die by Memory Box. And if you watched the magic card trick class that we did a while back, you know that I like to use the dies for more than just what it shows on the front. So when you buy a die, you've got lots of options, not just the one Magnolia here. But you see when you look inside, all these different leaves, all these shapes of leaves. So we're going to have fun with all those shapes. If you ordered the kit, you got pre-cut 80 shapes in there. There are 10 pieces with this die when you cut it out. A couple of the pieces are small. One of them's really tiny right here. So be careful when you open up your pieces in your kit. And this is based on using a 4x6 photo. We're going to pretend this white piece of paper is a 4x6 photo. But if you print through Walgreens or other companies, a true digital size photo is actually, I wrote it on there, is 4x5.3. So if you're using the true digital photos, you might want to trim your frames so that they fit your photos better. Or if you're doing smaller photos, again, trim your frames. But our frames have been cut to fit a 4x6 photo. So I will give you a little bit of time to do this. I've already pre-cut these. Make sure with this bronze piece of paper, it is 12 by 12. But I want you to mark where you're going to cut your frames, because if you just make a straight cut all the way through, you're not going to be able to get all of the pieces out of it that you need for this project. So I want you to take time to mark where you want to cut your frames, your bases, and then go ahead and cut them with a cutter or scissors or however you like to do that. But mark it first, so measure twice, cut once. So I'm going to end up with a 5.5 by 7.5 piece, 2 frames that are 4.5 by 6.5, a piece of orange, which is 5 1/8 by 7 1/8, and a piece of orange that's 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. And I have already adhered one of the orange pieces to the bronze. And now I'm going to adhere this orange to this bronze. And I am using our Easy Runner Grand Permanent. Just to get the orange piece on the 5 by 7 piece here. Okay, and we'll put that that aside. So these are the only two that have the orange piece on them. We're going to start with the left side of the layout. And I'm going to adhere just the top left and the bottom right photo frames to my page. So this one and this one. Okay. This one. Here.
Oh, you got a group?
No, it's in here. It's just getting too much. And I have a backup here too. So.
Yeah, always a backup.
Always a backup with the tape runners. So we want to keep that. No, this is not the right. This is not the correct left side of the page. Sheila, see, look at that. It gives me a little time to make that correction. Sorry. The internet outage had me a little more. Side of the page, this underneath, and then we have a center one. Now, when I put the center one down, I'm only going to put the tape in the middle, adhesive in the middle, because I want to tuck some leaves in around the frame. So I'm only using adhesive in the middle. You can use a tape runner. I know a lot of people say they like glue. I'm using a tape runner today just for time-wise. Okay, so I'll put that out there. I'm going to try and follow along with the directions in your kit so it doesn't get confusing. So it says now we're going to build a flower to add to the top, the top of the bottom page and the corner of the center page. And in order to build that flower, I want to pull some other pieces, cut pieces aside, because I know I want to use those for something else. So I know on the right side of my page, I want to use these almond colored pieces. This is called almond cream. It's kind of a light beige. And I need these for my magnolia. So I'm not going to use these to build my flower because I want to use these for the magnolia. I also want to use the light green for the magnolia, at least one of those. Let's see, which one am I using? This piece for the magnolia. So I'm going to put that aside. And I want to use the dark stem for the magnolia, so I'm putting that aside. Because we just want to use the pieces that are extra. There's a little V-shaped piece in there. It looks like a bird. We are going to use those, so make sure they don't fall out. If they do, then just cut yourself another one. So if you want the same shaped leaves, you can get this magnolia die. They're still in stock. And on the webpage, www.craftfancy.com.
CraftFancy.
If you just want to make one, trace around it. Okay, so there is another piece. I want to use a dark leaf for my magnolia. Pull that aside. And I'm going to use one of the small leaves for the magnolia. So pulling that aside and that little leaf for the magnolia. I'm going to pull those aside. Okay. Now for my, remember there's 80 pieces in here, so finding the pieces we want is the part that's going to take some time. I know I want to use some of these orange pieces when I build my gourd. So I'm taking out the bigger orange pieces, the rounder ones. And I probably will want a couple of red ones for my gourd pumpkin. Okay, so I'm going to take those out. Now we have all these other pieces to play with to build a flower. I'm going to start with the pieces that are underneath the flower, which are the leaves. And again, I'm going to lay it out first before I glue. So I like this one, and this one. And I have a dark leaf in there. This one. And I want 5 petals. So our leaves are now turning into petals, like these mustard. This is, what's the name of this color? Yellow banana or something. Okay. Use these as petals. And I have a couple of orange pieces left. Okay, so this is kind of how I want to build my flower and move it over to here. So now I'm going to use glue, and I'm going to use the Bearly Art glue. I love that it has a really long pin, so it doesn't get stuck. It's just ready to use right away. There we go. It's got a nice precision tip for adhering, and I know that I have to tuck this under. Okay, so let's do this one. Start in the corner, lay down that petal. Petal number 1, petal number 2. Let's tuck this light green underneath. I'm only putting glue on one side because if I want to tuck my photo underneath later, I want to be able to lift these petals and tuck that photo in. It might be a good idea to get your photos down first and then put the embellishment on top. This one over here. Dark green over here. I did teach this class in store about a week ago, and the student that we had come in said she really had fun building these flowers. She was having a good time with it and cutting all kinds of other colors and just doing how it was meant to be, just a little more creative maybe than you are used to. Okay, I'm going to create my center with the 2 V pieces, those 2 tiny little V pieces. The little red one here. And the little orange one here.
We have Denise watching, and she says those are beautiful paper and color choices.
Hi, Denise. You know, the paper, it was definitely inspired. The solid paper was inspired by the 12 by 12 paper. This is $49 in market, 12 by 12. This collection is called Vintage Orchard. It does come in a pack with several different sheets, and it is double-sided paper. I am using the 2 sheets. I don't know what the exact name of the sheet is. Oh, it'll say on here. I'm going to find that for you if you want, because we still have this too in the store. Not a lot of them left, but some of them. Okay, one of them is called Apple Delight. So that's probably this sheet with the apple on it. And the other one is called, see, Turning Point. So the actual sheets of paper, Apple Delight and Turning Point, you would have to come into the store if you want the individual sheets, or just, order the kit. Or you can order the entire collection of Vintage Orchard. This collection for $49 in market also has the 6x8 pads with the same colors and images, but smaller. and it has what they call wishing bubbles and baubles, which are these little stickers. They have a little bit of dimension to them, but they're perfect for a scrapbook because they're smooth. They're not like a rhinestone, which will poke a hole in your photograph. These will sit smoothly when you close your pages. So they're a little flatter, but they're shiny, and they have just a little bit of dimension to them. Kind of like a half a pop dot tall. So wishing bubbles and baubles. And I'm only using a third of what comes in a pack. The whole thing will be filled up if you decide to get that. I think there's also ephemera in this collection. And we have that still in stock too. Okay, we built our flower. Now I'm going to adhere the word autumn. I'm just going to, I like the beige on top of the bronze, the almond cream on top of the bronze. But feel free to flip it. Again, this is your album. This is your book. So if you like the bronze on top and the almond cream underneath, then do it how you like it. Okay. This will dry clear, so if you see any white on there, that's all right. It'll dry clear. And put that up at the top of my page. Here. Okay. Now, I'm going to, as it says in the directions, I'm going to do the other side first, and then we're going to come back and we're going to add all the extra beads and things around, and the little baubles and stickers around the left side of the page. But let's do the right side of the page next. And again, this could be your right side, however you like it, but that's the way it was designed. Okay, so I'm on the right side of the page now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get down my 5x7 here. Oh no, we better use this. You know, it doesn't like the bronze paper is a little shimmery, so I have to give it a little more pressure to connect with the bronze shimmery. A really nice subtle shimmer rather than glitter, but it's a nice touch to the page. I want my apple to still show a little bit on the side, so I'm putting it up to the left just the tiniest bit. And then you have a square, which is meant to go here and be used as a journal box. Let me get that down there. So you can put some journaling or the date or however you choose to do this for your albums. Let me put that here. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to just move this page aside because we're going to build the magnolia blossom. I think you'll see that better on the back. So in your kit, there's a photo of the magnolia. It looks like this. So using the die cuts the way they were designed. Thank you. There we go. That was like a magic delivery of of the adhesive. I wish that happened when I was working on a project at home.
It never works.
You run out of it, and then just a little elf just brings it and puts it right down next to you. That would be awesome. Okay, this way. So again, I'm building it before I'm gluing it down. I'm just matching this up with this picture right here. I'm going to use the dark stem. I need the light leaf, this large light leaf over here. And there's this one. This one is here. I think I only use, yeah, I'm only using 2 leaves on this layout so that it fits and works with the photograph better. So I'm just using the dark of this, the dark of this, and then there's kind of like an edge, like a shadow. Well, it's more like a, not a shadow, but like a sun that would go right here like this. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to build my flower and then put it on the page. I'm going to build my magnolia, this awesome blue. Okay. The white won't show. Don't worry about the white. Little petals on there. It seems like the internet's staying with us, which is great.
Yes, yes, we're floating there. I've been watching it.
Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to put the magnolia on the page. So I'm putting it back over. I don't know how many of you have heard this expression, craftermath. What happens is the aftermath of crafting, a day of crafting. Got a little bit of craftermath happening over here with all these pieces. So here's where I'm going to put the magnolia. And it's going to hang over this photo. Here, here, and then we got one here. Okay. That's where I want it. So let me get that down now. And again, I know the edge of the flower is going to hang over the photo a little. So I don't want to glue it completely down because then I can't tuck my photo in later. So my photo will probably be here. This is 4x6. So I want to tuck it in. Let's do this.
How'd you come up with this idea, Sheila?
It was the paper that inspired me. I wander around the store, and not when I'm working, of course. I just wander around all the time. And, you know, you see these beautiful colors and these beautiful papers, and it was fall, and it just inspired me. I thought, ooh, that looks like that would be fun to do all the different leaves, do a nice fall page. I also have a photograph of my kids picking apples when they were younger. They're older now, and so I thought it would look really good on this paper. Has anybody out there ever taken a photo knowing that there was a certain paper you wanted to use and that the photo would go well with the paper? Backward scrapbooking? I have totally done that. I want to stand by the balloons because I have this great balloon paper or something like that. All right, now I've got a little gourd, little pumpkin down at the bottom, which this is the easiest way to do it. You want to make an apple, a gourd, a pumpkin. Take a piece of paper, a pen, make your shape, and then let's see what pieces are going to fit in that shape. We can create a gourd or a pumpkin. I like these big round pieces here. I'm going to put a little red in there. Maybe here. Here. Yeah. This one in the back. Let's do this one. I'm just kind of filling up this shape with whatever pieces I have here. Sometimes you can use them upside down. You have to use them right side up. Yeah, I think this will make the gourd shape that I want. So let's build that. Build that. You can build butterflies with this, with these pieces. Butterflies, fish, other kinds of flowers I've done with these shapes. Okay, and I'm going to get my scissors and just trim off some of these corners. I'm doing corners on my board. Okay. And across the bottom, I'm going to use this shape here. This is the bronze colored one right there. So I'm going to do that there. We're going to be tucking this into a bed of leaves anyway. So. Okay. Alright, and do I have two little leaves left? Yes, I do. We have the light greens. I like the little light greens. Here's a little light green, maybe just one right there. And I should have one of those little V pieces left. Yes, I do. There's a brown V piece, or no, bronze. Let's use the bronze and let's do the little stalk like that. So spend time playing with your pieces and seeing what works for you, what you like. Do an apple, a pumpkin, a gourd. You might have other colors of paper that you want to use. Okay. So here's my little board. And let's call it a fall. There we go. Oops. And I'm going to put that down over the corner of my journaling box. So that's going here in the little corner. So I'll probably be putting some journaling. Just a quick sample. Probably be putting a little journaling right there. Okay, and now I want my little pumpkin sitting in a bed of leaves that have fallen. So I'm going to put a little, let's grab one of these green ones down. Let's do a light green. There's a down one here. And more dark gray. Okay, so there's our pumpkin at the bottom of the page. Okay, so the three main shapes that we have created, we have a flower, we have our magnolia, and we have a little pumpkin shape here. Now we have all these other leaves to play with. And we're just going to start tucking those in. I'm going to go back to my left side. And I have a couple of these pieces down here by the bird. Let's get those down. We're bringing a little bit more red into this page. There we go. And now I'm going to start tucking a few pieces around the center frame. There we go. There's one up here. This is why we left the corner untucked. I mean, unglued. The other one over here. Got lime green. They have slightly different colors and shapes than on the sample, but we're going with it because it all looks good. Tuck in a dark, mix them up. Pop some more red in there. Over here on this side, I see something on there. Okay, pop a little yellow in there. Another one. Do we have a light green? Yes, but I want to use this on the other side, so let's put that aside. So I'm going to put a couple pieces aside that I know I want to use on the page. Let's get bronze one down in here. This one here. We have an orange over on this side, so let's add an orange one. Another small red. And this one. Okay, so pretty. And it is. It's really fun to just sit and tuck the leaves and the layers in. Okay, I might use a little more glue if I was doing this at home and I want the page to last, but because we're doing this live for you right now, I'm taking it a little quicker. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to just put my glasses on and see if there's any questions so far. Okay, we're good. So I like that. I like that, the way that is right now. My left side. Okay, I'm going to go back to my right side. Start tucking those in. Okay, so I know I wanted a light green one up here. This. And over here. Kind of going with the flow of the leaves that are already printed on the page there. Just giving it a little dimension. And there's a red one over here. A red one. Okay, that'll help the red of the apples on the page pop. We have large green over here. And a couple more light ones. Light ones here, there. overlapping a little bit on the bottom of the 5x7 photo. I think I'm almost ready to call this finished. Maybe we'll do another dark one just to get it to pop out a bit more. About that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Do we need any yellow on this side? I'd probably use a yellow over on this side. How about here? Just so when we lay the pages down next to each other, they look cohesive. Let's put a yellow right here. Okay. So all kinds of stems and flowers to choose from. And you have the little baubles here. Some of them you might not be able to see on this page because they're real tiny, but I like the 3 dots going down the side. Right here, 1, 2, 3. And let's pull this one over here. The pages next to each other. Okay, there's some cute words on these. One of these says Hello Fall, Fresh Pick. There's a little bee. You can add a little bee, possibly. And we're going to echo those 3 dots down on this page too, but I'm going to use the hearts this time. So 1, 2, 3. I'm also going to put a dot in the center of my flower here on the side. This one doesn't need it. So I have a lot of bling to play around with there if you'd like to do more of that. In your kit, on the sample, you're going to see a little swirly stem. I did that just with a gel pen. If you want to do a pumpkin swirl on there, just grab a gel pen, felt tip pen, a big marker, whatever you like to use, or you move this part over. Okay, so this double-sided page is pretty much finished. Let's call this finished. I have one other thing to show you, because I said you could play around with these and do other shapes. So let me grab those really quickly. With this die, look at, there's a bird, butterfly. So all kinds of options with these little shapes that you have in your kit. Or if you decide to purchase a magnolia die, you can do so many fun things with it. And that's it for our autumn layout.
Awesome. That looks really good. So, and again, there's still a kits available. If you guys are interested in that, let's go over to.
Yes, there are.
Uh-oh, I lost my page. Let's get it back. There it is. Guys, it's available at the CraftFancy site. It's let's go to shop, go down to custom cards and scrapbook kits, and you scroll down, and there it is. It's the autumn double themed paper page layout, and that's from it was taught by Sheila today, so it was a great class. We had a great welcoming there.
The paper is $49 in market.
$49 in market. Yes, I will go over. Let's go over everything. So it was the $49 in market vintage orchard wishing bubbles and babbles. We have the $49 in market vintage orchid pattern paper and basil cardstock ribbons and embellishment die cuts. Remember though, in the kits, adhesives are not included, so we have that as well. So I want to thank everyone before we. And
if you want that die, that's it. There's a lot of this die.
Yes, the dies as well, the memory box die that was included in there.
This one's called Magnolia Floral Stem.
Magnolia What was it?
Magnolia floral stem.
Floral stem. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
So we have that. And then again, too, remember, minus the kits today, we have a discount there, which I still didn't fix because I should have fixed when we were sitting around. Whoop, that wasn't it. It was the discount code. It's BF. And it's going to go till, we'll say Monday.
What is the discount on?
It's 20% off all your orders until Monday.
Wow.
Excluding your class kits.
Excluding the kits, okay.
Yep. So I'm going to give Sheila there, who's working so hard, I'm going to give her a couple minutes to go ahead and get cleaned up. And I thought maybe it'd be time for us to take a look at a few more gifts, I guess. Not gifts, but what's hanging around our store. So I'm going to go ahead to our overhead camera here. And let's take a look what my friend and colleague put in the baskets, which would be Kathy. So looks like she threw in there the Mama Elephant, Merry Christmas. We have the Mama Elephants. Oh, I see a theme here. It's Christmas time. Look at that, sending you the best. Hold on, I gotta show you guys something. Look at that. Let's close up there so we can take a look at this. Wishing you a holiday season that's twice as nice. That's beautiful looking. We have some wonderful looking round tags. Who doesn't need a nice round tag for a wonderful day? And we have greeting tabs. Happy holidays, merry and bright, long wishes. And we have them in black. Greeting tags there, black and gold. Same thing, can't miss out on that. And then Christmas labels. We have a bunch of those as well, the Christmas labels. So we have those. We have some wonderful, let me clear those out of there. Those are gone. On to the next one. We have a wonderful looking Christmas tree with Birch Press Designs. That's Birch Press Designs. Yes, it's a sister company of Memory Box and Poppy Dyes. It's the Birch Press Design. So you can see here that we made a wonderful looking tree out of that one with a nice glitter paper. Really making it shine. So that was that. Then carrying on to our theme, we have some Memory Box in there. So we have the Starry Night. Not really Starry Night. It's the Distant Sun Collage. Distant Sun Collage. So we have that, which is a wonderful sample there. Multi-layering. Thank you, Lee, for saying the Mama Elephant is so cute. Oh, and then also too, I'm sorry, it was multi. I'm getting all fascinated with the stamp, and then I realized that it was 3 dies, not just 1 die. So it was set up as the 3 dies to create the one multi-layer setup there. Also available is the Mushroom Lanes. And then we have the Mushroom Lanes die cuts, and we have the papers and create the samples there. So this is all from Mushroom Lane. This is the 3D die. So we got that. Mushroom Lane stamps. And that's it. Out of here. Followed by, we have some lawn fun that's going to be kicking it out here. We have the wonderful coffee cup. Thanks a latte. Look at that one. And then we have the wonderful stamps that go with it. So you guys can be able to do that. And then, what else do we have here? I think it fell out of here. Oh, got a little bit out of disorder. Check it out from CraftFancy. It's Hey Hot Stuff. It's the Tabasco die. The awesome stuff die. Always love that one. And then it's my buddy, Tina's favorite friend, because she got skunked. It's the X and O from Mr. Skunky, or as I would say, it's Scent of Love from Lawn Fawn. Yeah, check that out as well. Yes. because you know Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And then we'll see what else we got here. We got we got thanks using the butterfly. That's the 94708 model. And then we have the nice little sample there of the butterflies, the 94833 and then the 94835 using memory box dies. And then we also have a nice, wonderful Sizzix framelit stamp there from which is also included with working with 49 and Market as well. So we got those. Maybe we're looking at some gifts. I think I have some gifts in here. Maybe you want to get somebody who doesn't need a wonderful distressed marker. Look at that from Ranger. That's only $8. Oh, yeah. This is a nice pouch. You can put anything in there. These are nice to carry along with you. And you can really put a lot of stuff on there. Then we have the Evolution from We Are Memory Keepers. It's the stamp die emboss kit. So this is nice little crop tailor along with you. Guys, you'd be able to take that. And then there you go. We like those beetles back on the long fawn there. Oh yeah, it is Christmas time. And oh, look at that, I'm falling back over here. It is Christmas time, and who's not in the need for some Essentials Pink Fresh paper? That's right, it's the Pink Fresh paper from Pink Fresh Essentials. Look at that. You got silver, you got green, you got gold. It's almost not even really like gold. It's like a champagne. Oh, rose gold. Rose gold. Okay, there we go. Rose gold. So we got that. I think, speaking of different brands, we have Simple Stories papers. Simple Stories. That's right. We have a 12 by 12 Holiday Life collection there. 112 pieces in this kit. And this kit is going for $16.99 minus your 20% off if you use BF20. And then we also have the Santa's Village, which is 84 pieces. And this is this one's going for $19.99 because it's got a lot more stickers and stuff in there. So yeah, rack them up. And then, oh yeah, you see us use it every once in a while, and it's something you guys need. It's the Tim Holtz Tonics from Tonic Studios. It's the Tim Holtz trimmer. You guys want to check that out because it's Christmas time, and who doesn't need a new tool? $39.99 minus your 20% off this weekend using the code BF20. How we doing over there, Sheila? You
doing great.
Are you lining up for the next project?
Ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm being told we're ready, so let's go over to Studio 1.5 B and let's see what's cooking over there. Sheila, are you ready?
Hey, I am ready.
All right, awesome. Well, then I'm handing it off to you, Sheila. It's all you. There you go.
So we are going to be making the Santa's Village 6x8 album. This is how it looks when it's finished. And if you can see, these pages are trimmed at different lengths. They have an interesting edge to them, the way that we're going to trim them. So they look really cute when you open it. Okay, and we're just using the one. All you need is the one Santa's Village paper pad, which I know we still have those in stock, or you can still buy the kit, which comes with the one Santa's Village paper pad. It comes with the Bits and Pieces Santa's Village ephemera pack. And it comes with the CraftFancy border die, which I have here. I just have to get it out. It's a heart border, but we're going to be using it in different ways. So we'll have hearts, and we'll have a zigzag, and we'll have a ruffle edge, because we're going to use that die different ways. That's what would come in your kit, along with a 25-inch piece of ribbon. So if you have read the directions ahead of time, I asked if you could do something before class because creating an album takes a little bit longer than some of the other classes. You want to have you had some homework there. So your homework was to remove all of the pages from your paper pad, keeping the front and back covers because we're going to use that as our front and back covers. So all my pages are individual here. I've kept the front and back covers. I wanted you to trim off the top 1/4 inch of the page with the snow globe on it, and you'll see why later, so that it lines up properly. So that's this page with the snow globe on it. And you were trimming off 5/8 of an inch of this page at the top, again at the top. Okay, then we should have also ready our gift tag page, which is our binding. This is a gift tag page. And I like when the Santa Claus face is facing down on the album. So that's why I did it like that. Okay. And I have pre-cut the holes in between and pre-punched my holes for ribbon. So I'm just going to get going on our cover. So I'm using this as our cover. And I'm going to cover the cover with the small poinsettia paper. That is this paper. It has little red flowers on it with green leaves. Maybe not a poinsettia, but for ease of. Now I really want to glue this down because this is the cover. I want it to be super sturdy. So I'm using the Barely Art glue here. It's got a great long pin tip to keep it flowing easily, and it has a nice fine detail tip for when we're putting fine detail things on. Okay, so I have put the tiny poinsettias on my cover page. Make sure that it's lining up well. Okay, and then I want the small green leaf paper. That's this. I'm going to use this on my back page. I'm gluing it over where the little price tag and the sticky bit is. That's going to be my back page. I'm gluing over that. Okay. Use the tip. I've been using this glue a lot today. This one gets flowing well. There we go. Okay. All right, got that down now. So that will be our back. Front, the back. Now using your gift tags with Santa's face at the bottom, score from the top down. I'm measuring from the top down and grabbing the scoreboard. Here's the scoreboard. At 2 5/8, which on the score pile, which I have, you might have something different. It doesn't always mark the 5/8 or 3/8 or things that we want to use. So you might want to, you definitely want to, if you love to measure and you want this to be precise, mark where you want it to be from a ruler first, where you want your 5/8, and then line your paper up on the score so you can score it exactly where you want it. So this does not have a 5/8 mark on there. So I want to use a ruler to figure out where 5/8 is. Kind of have a ruler on this. So I'm going to use this right here. 2 and 5/8. So I want it right here. And there's 2.5. There's 3. So 5/8 is going to be right here. Okay. And I've already scored it right there. Right? So that's my 2 and 5/8. Then I also want to score it at 2 and 7/8. 2 and 7/8. Okay. So that's right there. From the top down. So this is my top. 2 and 5/8. I'm just going to be right there. 3 and 7/8. Okay. Because this is going to wrap around. This is our going to bind the top of our book. So like this. Okay, that's our wraparound. So that's how that's going to work. Right. Okay. I want to cut my ribbon. I want 8 2-inch pieces. They don't have to be perfect because we're going to stick them in as if they're tied in there.
Hold on. Stop the press. You got to look up. Got to stop everything right now. Laura Hood says, I know I said this in the previous demo, but you're a very good teacher, Sheila.
Thank you.
So we got to point these things out when we get these things. So kudos to you, Sheila. Laura Hood saying it. So if Laura Hood says it, that means that's written in stone.
That's awesome.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program.
I've poked the holes. If you have pull out that old crocodile that we all bought 10 years ago, possibly. You have that long reach hole punch, and you can punch those holes. Otherwise, today I literally just stuck in my scissors and just cut my little holes there. It's not going to show because the ribbon's going through there anyway. So don't worry about that showing. I'm poking my ribbon through these holes. I want a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. Okay. On each hole. We got 4 holes at the top here. Gives it a little texture. Makes the album look cute from the outside if you have it standing. I have a Christmas album that I will put out every year when the family comes over and they go back and look through it. You know, oh, remember that year. So it's a lot of fun for them to look back and see what was happening. And this is a great little mini album for you to do that with. Could just be an album full of the recipes. If you're the person that makes the holiday meals, this would be a great album to put the recipe cards in. The paper is 6x8. So using a 4x6 photo is going to be a tight fit, but it will work. I would recommend printing it out at true digital size if you can, if you send it to Walgreens or something, which is 4x5.3, I believe. And or printing smaller photos, putting some journaling in here. There's room for lots of journaling in here, lots of memories. All right, so my ribbons are ready to go. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little tape. This is that yellow tape down on the back. We're going to glue the whole thing down later, but I just want to hold those ribbons in place so they don't slip around when we're doing it later. Okay, so that's going to be my binding. So I have my back, my front, my binding ready to go. I'm trying to follow along with the kit directions as best as I can, because I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'm looking over to my left to see the tools. Ribbon, we got the ribbon. Okay. Okay, we're going to trim one piece of the red and white polka dot paper. And that would be this paper here. I'm going to move the scoreboard aside. 2. Three and a half by 4 5/8. So there's my 4 5/8. There's my 3 1/2. So I'm going to use that as a base for my Very Merry sentiment card. I'm going to cut out the Very Merry sentiment. You can use any sentiment card in your kit there if you like Love and Joy or Merry Jolly Bright. Any of those will look fabulous. I chose the Very Merry for this one. And I'm going to put the Very Merry on this, but I want to pop it and I want to use ribbon wrap it. So we have some ribbon left here. To keep the pin in the glue. Let's take that extra ribbon we have. And again, I'm just going to hold it. Oh, here we go. Let's use this. Wrap it around the bottom. Still read Very Merry. I'm wrapping the ribbon around the card on the bottom, the Very Merry, before I put it on the red and white polka dot. I want it popped up a little on the front of the album. Give it some dimension. I am using foam adhesive strips by 3L. And we have a lot of these. We have the dots, the strips, the squares. So whatever you're needing, we have it. www.craftfancy.com.
That's right.
Right? Get your adhesive. You don't want to be making your projects and run out, because although I have a helper here who can pull something from a shelf while I'm here, I don't know that everybody has that luxury. Okay. So there we go. This is going to go on the front of my album. I'm going to add this last so it doesn't get squished while we're doing other things. So I'm adding this top last. Put it aside. All right, the Santa and the Cocoa Mugs. Find the Santa and the Cocoa Mugs and cut that out. This is going to be a pocket for the inside back cover. So we started the inside back cover. We put the little tiny green leaves on the inside back cover. I'm flipping it over. And I'm going to create a pocket for my inside back cover. And so what I'm going to do is I'm scoring a 1/4 inch on the two sides. in the bottom. Okay, I gave myself a 1/4 inch because that's about how wide the adhesive is that I'm using. I'm going to cut that tiny little square off of the corners. Is that called mitering? Is that the right word for it when you cut the little square out of the corners?
Yeah, it could be called that.
Okay, thank you. So that I can get my pocket down. I think I did a little too thin. It's okay. And let's use a thinner tape runner. Get my pocket down. On the 3 sides, we always put the glue on the 3 sides on your inside back cover, so you have a pocket to put all kinds of other memorabilia in or extra photos. That is the back page of your album. So I've got my front page ready to go and my back page ready to go. Okay. All right, now before we do any more cutting, we're going to do the scoring part of it. We're going to score all of our papers so that our album opens easily. So I'm progressing by 1/8 of an inch on each page, moving my score line down 1/8 of an inch. So when you look at it sideways, you see each page was scored 1/8 of an inch over from the page before it. So the last page is kind of the shortest. And the first page, the score is closer to the top. So we're going to score this before we use the dies and cut it. So we're going to take the small poinsettias from our cover. This was our cover page. And we are going to score our cover page at 1/4 inch. So, let's get the scoreboard out again. I want this to be the top. And I want it to fold this way. So I'm going to flip it over before I score it. And I need to score it at 1/4 inch. So I'm going to have to move it on my scoreboard to get that measurement where I want it. It's not going to line all the way up with the edge because there's no 1/4 inch there. So I've moved it over a bit. Hold it down so it doesn't shift. Okay. There. So now, this one is the trickiest, the score, because you've got a piece of cardboard in there and a piece of paper. So this is the trickiest one to score. Right? But it should work fine. Okay, so that's my cover, my 1/4 inch score. I'm going to try and stay very organized with these pages. So I've already lined up what papers we're using. This is our cover page with the poinsettias. I'm going to flip it and put it over on this side here. Now we're going to score the presents page. Again, we want it to go this way. So I want to score it on this side. And this is going to be scored at 3/8 of an inch. Okay. So 1, 2, 3/8. I have to shift it a little. So that's my page 1. Page 2, dark green check with the ho, ho, ho on the reverse. I'm scoring that at half inch. Okay, dark green check. Santa faces, we're scoring that at 5/8. Remember to score on the opposite way that you want to fold it. Okay? So 5/8 or 5/8. Again, there's no mark there for 5/8. So I marked it with a pen, lined it up, and now I can do 5/8 for that one. Santa faces. Next one, large poinsettias. We're scoring that at 3/4 of an inch. 2, 3. It's not giving me 3/4 of an inch here, so I'm going to mark it. Shift it. Score it. Poinsettia page. Christmas tree page or evergreen page. Score it 7/8 of an inch. I have to shift it to hit the right place. 7/8. The Greatest Gift Is You page. We're scoring at 1 inch. Now this is one of the pages where we trimmed it at the top of it already. And there is a reason for that. You'll see that later. Same thing with the snow globe. We've trimmed this at the top 1/4 inch. We're going to score this at 1 1/8. And again, I don't have the 1 1/8 measurement on here, so I'm going to mark where that needs to be. And then hold it steady. Oops, that's not 1 1/8. I didn't do that right. I didn't measure that right. There we go. Redo. Okay. Our snow globe. Santa's Village. 1 2/8. From the top. 1 1/8, 2/8. Mark it there. Okay, this is so my page can fold up easily when we put the book together. And these are the green pin dots. And we're going to score this at 1 3/8. It's going to be right there. These are green pin dots. Okay. So now we've got all of our pages lined up. And you'll see when you hold it at 1/4 inch, I've got all my scores progressively moving down to the bottom. So that all these pages will turn properly. On the back cover, we're not scoring it because we don't have to fold it. The back cover you did with the pocket. This doesn't have to fold up, so we don't have to score it. Now, the cutting part can be a little tricky. And I want you to do this. I want you to take a spare piece of paper, and you can either mark it from number 1 to 9, or you can use a Post-it and have Post-its number 1 to 9. I've put a piece of repositionable tape on this paper so that when I cut a piece off, I am going to be using that strip or piece later. So I'm going to stick it on this repositionable 1 through 9. So when I go back to find that piece, it's easy to find. That's a little tool there, a little trick for this. All right, so we're getting to the cutting. I'm measuring from the bottom up. And I'm going to be placing the dies from the bottom up. Okay. I'm calling this one the hearts, and I'm calling this one the outline. Sometimes we're going to use the hearts, sometimes we're going to use the outline. So for page 1, which is the one with the gifts on it, I'm going to be using the outline die, and I want the bottom cut to be 2 inches up from the page. So I'm going to use my grid here. So 2 inches is about right here. Again, you know, give or take 1/8 of an inch, it's not going to make that much difference. You're still going to get the nice effect. So I'm going to be placing my die here. I'm using the outline die, and I'm using it upside down so that the page I get has a little jagged edge on it. Okay? I'm going to do this. Get the machine ready to go. So that's about 2 inches up from the bottom right there. We're going to run it through. And it is not going. Is it plugged in? Should be plugged in. It's not going. Why is it not going? Come on. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Come on. There we go. Okay. Great.
Success.
Success. Yay. So this is that page 1 piece. I am going to be using this later. So I'm going to stick it on. Oops. I'm going to stick it onto that strip that I showed you right up at the top. That's number 1 from the page 1. I'm using it later, so I don't want to lose it. Lose it, use it or lose it. I don't want to lose it, so we're going to use it. And then you'll see you have this kind of funky edge here. I'm just going to continue the point there and there. There we go. So now we have that cool edge on the first page of the album. It's page 1. Nip it over there. Okay, page 2, cutting, dark green check. For this one, we're going to use the hearts, and we're going to use them 1 3/4 inches up from the bottom. So let's find 1 3/4 inches. That is about here. So I'm using the hearts, 1 3/4 inches up from the bottom. Run that through. Here it is. And you're going to have a whole bunch of tiny little gingham hearts, little green hearts. Put those where you can find them later because you're going to want to use them. They're little tiny hearts. Okay, I put them in a pile off to the side. I'm going to take this strip that I just cut, and I'm going to put it here with my page 2. Because I'm going to go back to that later. This is what the bottom should look like. I'm going to trim this off to match. Oops, there we go. Okay. I might use this later, so I'm going to put that to the side too. This piece that I took off the bottom of this paper. I should put that right there. Okay. So that is page 2 trimmed. Page 3 is the Santa faces. Santa faces. We're using the hearts again. And we're trimming it. We're trimming it at 1.5 inches up from the bottom. Make sure you don't trim the side that you scored. Make sure you're trimming the other side, the bottom side. What did I say? 1.5? Yeah. 1.5 up, 1.5. So I want to do my hearts right there, so that I have the same kind of edge as the page before. Right. Okay, so we have the outline of the hearts now, and all the little teeny tiny punched out hearts. I put them in a pile over here because I want to use those later. And I'm sticking my outline down underneath page 2, page 3, because that's what I cut out of page 3. Again, I'm going to trim the end, trim the end, trim the end. Okay, now I have my Santa face page, and we'll probably use this again. So I'm going to put that in order on my sticky tape. Now we're at the poinsettia page, outline upside down. So point side up at 1.25 inches. And you'll see when it comes through to the other side how we did this. 1/4. I have another piece like this. Stick that down on my tape next to me. That was page 4, large poinsettia. Trimming the bottom to match the points. Keeping the extra little piece in case I want to use it later. Page 5. Christmas trees. We're cutting it with the hearts at 1 inch, 1 inch up from the bottom. Okay. Page 5 is done. I've got my heart outline, and I've got all those little teeny tiny punched out hearts. Let's get those on in a pile because we're going to use those later. And I'm sticking the outline to my tape. And trimming off the end to match the other side. Up, down, up. There we go. That's my trees page. Don't throw anything away while we work on this. Okay, we're going to cut this at 5/8 inches with the heart die. Facing this way. And you know, if you look in your directions, it shows you exactly which way to place the die when you're cutting. There's photos in there to guide you through this. And I believe there's a couple of kits left of this one. And then you can use these heart dies again. All kinds of other things. Cards, scrapbook pages. Okay. Now I only kind of have half hearts here to use because we just trimmed 5/8 off the bottom and I don't have a full complete hearts for that one. That's fine. I don't need them. Trim the bottom to match. Snow globe page. We're going to be using the outline. We're going to be using it upside down. And this one's just a little bit trickier of a cut. I'm not going to put the whole die on the paper here. I only want half of it, like this. So I have the points. I have a space between the point and the paper. So when we finish, it's going to look like little, kind of like teeth. Okay, so for this one, because it's a little bit trickier of a cut, I'm using my, sometimes it's called pixie tape, but it's the low tack tape. Right now I'm using a yellow one. So that I can, my die will stay where I want it to cut as it goes through the machine. Okay. And here we go. You know, sometimes it sounds like a jalopy. This machine has held up through lots and lots of cutting. Okay, so take it off. You see how you have not a pointed edge, but a straight edge, and it looks like little teeth. It's a fun little edge there. Really nothing to save on that one. And page 8, 9, and 10, we're not cutting. 8, 9, and the back is 10, no cutting. All right. So that's it for the die cutting portion of it. I'm just going to move the machine out of the way. And we're going to start gluing everything together. So I have a tip here. Add your ephemera. That would be this stuff here, or anything else you want to add, after adding your photographs and your journal boxes. Because it's nice when it's layered on top in the corners and around the sides. So we might not add all the ephemera today. This will be something that you can play around with. But there are a couple key pieces in here that I'll show you where we use them and why, because they would match the paper. So I'm just going to open that ephemera, put it over on the side here. The more important thing, I think, for you, the instruction that you need is how to get this book, how to put it together. So how we assemble it. So when we glue all of our pages together, we're going to be gluing them above the score line. So on this page, the score line, you know, there's a lot here to work with because these are the last couple pages. But on the first couple pages, you know, we've only got a 1/4 inch here to work with. So as long as you applying the glue above the score line, your book will fold properly and open and close properly. So I'm just going to give all my pages an extra little crease. And I'm going to start with the base, which is my back of my book. It's the back, page 10. We've already put a pocket in there. I'm going to start with the back of my book. Oops, my pocket popped off. And I'm going to glue page 9 to page 10. This is page 9. It's the green pinpoint dots. And I'm going to glue above the score line to page 9. You want to be generous with your glue when you're putting these pages together because we don't want this album to fall apart. So be generous with your glue. Page 9 to page 10. Let's make sure it's all lined up. Okay, this top edge is going to be the most important to keep straight when we are binding this book together. This is my now page 8. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to back up because I see in the directions that we have decorated it in the kit instructions as we're gluing. But live here today, I think we'll decorate it after. We'll just get these pages glued down and then we'll decorate them after. So let's go to our Santa's Village page and get that glued down. Page 8 to page 9. Because the decorating part is something that you can have a little freedom with as you're using your ephemera. Make sure your edge helps if you have a metal ruler to line it up, or wood, any kind of ruler actually. All right. The next page I'm doing is my snow globe page. So there's my snow globe page right there. And now I've got my greatest gift is you page. I'm sorry, when I put my head in so I can see close up. I don't want to be in the way. There. Move it up there. Okay, this page is our tree page. That goes there. Okay, next page. Large poinsettia page. Goes right there. Next page is Santa faces. Let's get that on. So again, sorry about my head being in the way when I'm lining this up. I will move back so you can see. There you go. And now we've got the dark check page. Dark checkers. Line that one up. Oh, got a little slippery. And now I've got page 1. Top page. Okay. So you should now have all of your pages lined up, glued together, and ready to flip. Okay, just like that. We'll glue on our pocket page there. All right, I'm going to go back now and we'll add some decoration. So I'm going back to the pocket page. We've got the gifts at the top. Let's flip. Now we've got the Santa's Village page. Now on top of the Santa's Village page, I had put the little gingerbread house because it matched the gingerbread house here. You might want to use something different. When you do glue this, only glue it on two sides so you can tuck a photo in there or journaling. So I've only glued it on this side and this side so that I can tuck a photo or journaling in there. Okay, so that's what I will do when I put down the ephemera. And let's take it to the next one. So the snow globe page, on top of the snow globe page, I've used Merry, Jolly, and Bright. You don't have to use that one, but it's just a suggestion. And you'll see that in your kit. It'll show you which one goes where. And now I'm going to go to the snow globe page. All right, now we're going to find those strips that we saved on the side. And I'm going to decorate this polka dot strip, red and white polka dot strip from page 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, where's my polka dots? Oh, I'm going to put this on the bottom of my snow globe page. Okay, I'm short one sheet, so I'm just going to have to do this for now. So you should have this strip from what you cut off of the top. When you trim to the top of this, you should have this strip left over. And we're going to put it on the bottom. So that, again, gives it a really cute border. For this page. So here's our border for this page. And I've used inside my snow globe, in the sample, I did a scene with the deer and the tree. So build your snow globe however you see that. You might even want to put a photo in there. And on the top of this page, so the facing, holly berry. I also glued a holly berry, which is in our ephemera over here, on the bow. There's the holly berry. Let's just do that one right now. Holly berry on the bow. There we go. You can add a photo or journaling on top. Lots and lots of room for photos and journaling throughout this album. This piece of paper is 4 by 6. So again, a 4 by 6 photo will fit, but it won't give you any, wiggle room on the edges. Facing this direction, it will work better. So if you want to opt for a slightly smaller photo for this album. Okay, we're now on the Greatest Gift Is You page. And you have little gold stars in your ephemera kit. And I've glued the little gold stars all over that page there. Okay. It gives it a little bling on that side. And on the facing page, which is this green page, I have decorated it with some of the ephemera that looks like presents, the matching gifts on that page there. Okay. And then I want the present strip from page 1, the strip that we cut out. Remember this strip? We are putting this, where are we putting this? I lost my place. Resin strip to top edge. Okay, with hollow hearts from page 3. So I'm going to put this strip that we cut from before. This strip was from page 1. I'm going to decorate the top here. And then I'm going to put the hollowed hearts from page 3. So then this piece, right here. Or right here. If you have sticky dot sheets, those are the best for putting down the really finely detailed pieces like this. You can just take your finely detailed piece, rub it on that sticky dot sheet. When you peel it off, it'll be sticky. It'll be like a little sticker. A little bit easier than using glue on these really fine pieces here. So we got the hollow hearts. Decorated that page. I'm on my tree page. I'm going to use individual hearts on the bottom. And I'm using the heart outline from page 7, is it? Let's see which heart, the darker one. I like the darker one. On the bottom, so I'm using this on the bottom. And in the sample, you'll see that there are a couple of plain red hearts in this, embellishing this on the bottom. And those I just cut out of like some red scrap paper. Because I like the little bit of red touch. So there's the hollowed out hearts right there. And then we have all these tiny ones that we had cut from before. So we're going to fill in these hollowed out hearts with all those tiny cut ones. And I'm probably going to alternate colors. So dark one, then I've got a plaid one here. So use any of them that you like, or cut some more hearts, plain red, whatever you think will work for you. Okay. There's more plaids. Let's do this. So we've now embellished the bottom. Some fun things here. There we go. So that's our tree page. On the top of the tree page, I use the word joy. There's a piece of ephemera that says joy. Love and joy. Right there. And again, just glue it around the edges so that you can tuck your message in later, or your photo. This page would probably be big enough for a 4x6 going this direction. Yeah, just right. Okay, now we've got the large poinsettia page. The large poinsettia page is page 4. And I have added the large poinsettia ephemera to the top because it matches the paper. And we also decorated it with the green plaid heart strip. So that would be one from page 4. Here's the green plaid heart strip that we cut before we saved. And I'm going to put that on the bottom. Okay. I decorated it with my green plaid heart strip. And then I'm decorating the top with the matching poinsettia. And I'm only going to glue it at the top because I might probably would tuck a photograph in underneath later. Okay, now we're at this page. We're getting to the end, people. We're getting to the end. We're at the Santa face page. I'm reading what we said, and I've decorated the facing page with the large Santa face because it matches. Because it's also Santa's Village ephemera. This is a Santa's Village 6x8 paper pad, the Santa's Village ephemera, and the CraftFancy layered, CraftFancy heart border die. There we go. Okay, last page, dark green, and I am decorating it with the plaid strip from page 3. Where's the plaid strip from page 3? Aha, here it is, right here. And then layering the dark green check points from page 2 on top of that. So we're using all those pieces that we cut off. That one goes on there. Okay. You end up with a little chevron, a little Charlie Brown chevron. On the top, I had used the fireplace. Here's the fireplace. Okay, you don't have to, but can glue it on 2 sides so you can stick in your photo. Let's get to this final page, page 1. And we're decorating the facing page, which is our cover page. This is our cover right here. With a teal and white polka dot rectangle. So I've used this paper. This is some of the leftover paper. Got lots of leftover paper to do all kinds of things with, make cards. There's a lot in this kit. But I chose to give myself a rectangle at the top. That. And here. And then there's a bough of holly here. Here we go. Or berries, evergreens. And this could be your dedication page. You can use one of those gift tags that are in leftover that we did not cut, that we did not use, and dedicate this page what it's about, who's in it, what year it was made. If you made it, you might want to put a little dedication tag at the top right there. Okay, so all pages are ready to be bound together. Everything's decorated. It's mostly bound together. I'm now going to glue my very top cover page to my page 1 with the gifts on it. And I'm going to take my tags, measure first before I put the adhesive on, make sure this is going to fold around how I want it to fold. I'm going to put a ton of glue on this. This is my binder. And now I'm going to glue my tags down. Those glued up, the front and back. Oh, I didn't cut my, look at that. I missed a spot. I didn't cut these out. I like them to actually look like tags. Forgot to cut that. Always something. Go back, cut that out. That won't take long. There we go. And I'm going to now bind this whole thing together. Pulling those tags and that little 1/4 inch lip over the top. You might want to hold this together with your little bulldog clips, those little black metal clips. They come in other colors, but mostly they're in black. Overnight, just so it stays strong together. Put something heavy on top of it so it stays glued together. And now we have already done our little topper, and that's ready to go right on the top of our album. Okay. And your Very Merry is ready to go. That's it. Here we go. Here's what we did today. Here's a finished, well folded and worn one, where you can see some of where the photos go. All right, and again, you have all these photographs are in your kit. Photos of all the pages, so you can put that together. Once you get the first couple of pages going, it's not too difficult.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but Laura Hood did say that the book is adorable. She said that a few minutes ago.
Oh, thanks, so. Laura. That's really sweet.
You're in the zone, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
I'm in the zone. You gotta keep the brain focused. Hard for me to stay focused. I'm one of those people. Okay. That's it? That's it? What time are we? 3:21? Not bad.
No, not at all. So we did it. So
we did it.
Yay.
Go back and watch, hit pause, go back and watch whatever you need to rewatch. Email with any questions. We will answer any questions that you have. These kits are still available. The 6x8 paper pad is still available. The ephemera, everything, Santa's Village, it is really a cute kit, really cute colors. And others from Simple Stories. This is the Simple Stories brand. There are 6x8 pads. You can use this technique using other pads to make your own kit.
Awesome. I finally updated the top part too there. So remember, anything that you like today, the code for shopping is VF20. That is 20% off all your orders. That's on www.craftfancy.com. And it is good till 12/9. That's Monday night, right? 8/9. Yep. So I got that.
And that
right.
includes everything except the class kits.
Yes, excluding your class kits. So that's good. So you can get everything there. And just again to go back onto the website. Remember, if you're interested in any of it, sorry, we're not closing yet. If you're interested in anything, go to www www.craftfancy.com, click the shop button, go down to custom cards and scrapbook kits, and then scroll down and take a look at any of our classes that we did today. Anything from a snowy postage collage card kit to the Evergreen winter home decor, the Santa's mini village album, which we just completed, and the autumn themed double page layout. Some kits are still available, not part of today's deal. However, they are on the website, so you guys want to check that out. So, and again, the code is BF20. That's right. That's after me, Brian Brownville, 20. So, all right, Sheila. Well, thank you very much for teaching class today.
Thank you for being here.
Awesome. So, all right. So I'm going to kind of just jump in here really quick, guys. It's been a fun action day. More action than I really care to admit. We did have our little snafu with the internet hang up in the lunchtime hour. At least it didn't happen in the middle of a project. It only happened during a store tour. So we'll work on that video, see if we can't clean it up and repost it for everybody. And then also, too, is take a look at everything. We did say there will be some prizes giveaway. So if you did purchase a kit, you are involved in that prize. Carol will be raffling those off in a little bit. So you'll be able to see that post as well and then what those prizes are as well. So, all right. I hope everyone did enjoy everything today. Dottie McDermott is saying, thanks, Sheila. So we want to send...
You're welcome. It was fun.
Yeah, so we just want to jump back there really quick. So, yeah, it was fun. It was good. We had a great time. So thanks, Dottie, for tuning in today and everybody else for tuning in. If you're here to watch Carol in the morning or Sheila in the afternoon or just hanging out with, this guy here. So, all right. We had enough fun today. I hope everyone had a great time. Lee, thanks. You watched the last two while packing. That's